welcome all of you. Today's topic is renewable and non-renewable energy resources. Let's see what are natural resources. So resources that occur in nature or we get from the nature are called as natural resources. They cannot be produced by the human beings. For example, sunlight, minerals, water, etc. So natural resources can be classified into two, that is renewable resources can be also called as non-conventional energy resources and non-renewable resources that can be called as conventional energy resources. Now what is renewable energy resources? So those resources that can be replenished or renewed naturally from time to time are called as renewable natural resources. For example, air, water, sunlight, wind. Now what are non-renewable resources? So which resources that exist in limited supply and cannot be replaced or replenished, they are termed as non-renewable. So the examples are oil, natural gas, coal, nuclear fuels. Once these resources get completed or used up, then it cannot be renewed, it cannot be replenished. So they are called as conventional or non-renewable resources. So here you can see the difference between renewable energy resources and non-renewable energy resources. We will go in detail one by one about non-renewable energy resources. So first is oil. The liquid petroleum, or we called it as crude oil, is only the non-renewable resources which is available in the fluid form. The fossil fuel that is being used up faster than the new reserve are discovered. The oil supply may only last through the middle of this century. The fossil fuel takes millions of years to generate, and we are using the fossil fuel in driving the car for the transportation in very great speed. So there are chances that this resource get used up. So the industrial nations like US is far in the lead. More developed countries use more amount of fossil fuels for driving various different occupations, manufacturing industries, transportation, etc. So they are the bigger consumer of the crude oil. Gasoline, heating oil, diesel fuel are the primary uses of this resource. Although manufacturers utilize oil as the base for various products for plastic and industrial chemicals also. Second is natural gas. So natural gas is a fossil fuel which is formed when the layers of buried plant and gases and animals are exposed to the intense heat and pressure over thousands of years. The energy that the plant originally obtained from the sun is stored in the form of chemical bonds in the natural gas. It is composed of methane but can also contain ethane, propane and butane. Once driller extract the natural gas, processing plants remove the propane and butane for use of LPG that we use in the household kitchen for the gas, liquefied petroleum gas, and for industrial fuel as well. According to the current usage statistic, the volume of the world reserve and the supply of natural gas should last another century. Then is coal. So coal is the primary resource of energy in India because it is used in the thermal power plant to generate the electricity. It is the product of millions of years of pressure on the organic material like plants and animals which are buried underground. It is the combustible black or brownish black sedimentary rock usually occurring in the rock strata in the layers or veins called coal beds or coal seams. Anthracite is the purest form of coal. It contains 94 to 95% of carbon. At the power plant, coal is burned in the boiler to produce the steam, and this steam is used to run the turbine. Hence, there is the production of electricity. As I said, coal is used to generate electricity in thermal power plant. The global supply of coal, given the current rate at which it is used, should last at least 2 more centuries more. Then is nuclear energy. So nuclear power or nuclear energy is use of exothermic nuclear process to generate the heat and electricity, like nuclear power plant is there to generate the electricity. The term includes nuclear fission or nuclear decay and nuclear fusion. Presently, the nuclear fission of elements in the actinide series of the periodic table produces the vast majority of nuclear energy in the direct service of humankind. In nuclear fission, neutrons smash into the nucleus of uranium atom and it releases energy in the form of heat. With this heat, water is converted to steam and this steam is used to drive the turbine, which in turn produces electricity. Nuclear fission power stations, excluding the contribution from the naval nuclear fission reactors, provided about 5.7% of the world's energy and 13% of the world's electricity in 2012. So what steps we can take for the conservation of these natural resources? So use of various resources only when needed. When there is a need, that time we have to use the resources. It means minimize the use of natural resources. Avoid the wastage. Then avoid the use of material from the wildlife resources sources. Then use energy efficient electrical appliance. Use pressure cooker for cooking, which saves 75% of LPG in the homes. Old vehicles should not be used as they are less fuel efficient and also causes pollution. Then utilize renewable energy resources. Switch off to the renewable energy resources as much as possible. For example, use of solar cooker, solar panel for electricity purpose and all. And we should recycle the waste and wastewater for the agriculture purpose. So this was about non-renewable energy resources. In the next video, I will talk about renewable energy resources. Thank you.